Welcome back to another episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies.
Judging Baddies.
We read internet stories, then we judge people.
Harshly.
That's right, because people need to be judged harshly. In the last episode, we had a guy who was complaining that his wife never sleeps with him and that he feels like he has to do chores and make sure she has the perfect day so she will have sex with him. And then we found out he don't have a job. He ain't got a job. She works, and then he still doesn't do house chores.
Well, no, he was taking over some of her house chores. See, that's the thing. I think he was doing everything in his power to get her all hot and bothered by at least a couple of days out of the month taking something off of her plate.
Wow, what a good guy. What a very thoughtful partner. That is so wild. And then we had parents spank my kid.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Husband, our best friend's husband, was rubbing her back while she was passed out drunk.
I'm from a different culture.
Oh yeah. This is from
a culture.
From where I'm from, this is perfectly fine. It's good.
It's just a tickle between the lips a little bit.
Yeah, that's all we did here. And that's just look. But it's okay because her boyfriend gave him a death stare. Hey, Buster, I saw what you did touching my girl right there. Better not let it happen again.
I think that guy had a pawpaw touch. So
that's fucked. But I still am upset that the boyfriend was just like, look, I get non-confrontational people, but if your girl's passed out, you got to do something. Well, punch him in the nose a little bit.
Maybe this was like a big Iranian guy. He's huge, and he's like, hey, don't touch
Russian,
my girl.
Or Russian, he's like, in my culture, this fine. And it's like, you just got to be like, fuck. He's like a Dagestani, brother, please, brother, this is good. And he's like, fuck, I can't. He's going to wrestle fuck me in this fucking room right here.
There's probably a window right there, though. You just fucking tackle him and, you go out the window, too, but.
That's not going to work. Against a big Dagestani wrestler, and all they've been doing is wrestling bears and each other since they were fucking 3.
Well, maybe he might want to wrestle you.
Brother, in my culture, this is good. He's like, nah, not in this one, though. What are you going to do about it? Seems like you got the problem. And it's like, I can't do nothing because you fucking, I don't know, wrestle goddamn gorillas all day. I'm fucking.
Which, on that note, though, wouldn't the other multiple times that he went up there into that room have sketched you out even more? How did the boy? That's what I'm saying though. Didn't the boyfriend just let him go up there? He was like, and then on the fifth time he went up there, I was like, hey, something's up here.
Maybe something's amiss. But I gave him the death stare, so he won't. Let's just say he won't be doing that again. Like what a fucking. That's crazy, crazy.
Two daddies. Judging baddies.
All right, so we have Alejandro sent us another
Alejandro
neckbeard story. This is from the same guy who was posting about having the game store. If you have not caught up on the game store stories, they're in some episode. I can't tell you which ones. People be asking me all the time. They're like, Mike, what episode was this in? I was like, fuck if I know.
You're supposed to be the fan. You're supposed to have the catalog in your brain.
This is a slog for us. Like we're just working here and we're just struggling. Okay, it's a whole week of struggling to get 6 episodes out. During a Friday night Magic tournament, I would normally farm the job of administrating the tournament out to somebody else. I didn't know the game very well, so I thought it would best be left to somebody who was up to date on the rules and erratas and such. Magic don't have erratas. They don't. I mean, they came out with a mechanic called the companion mechanic. They had an errata that. Besides that, Yu-Gi-Oh's the one with all the erratas, buddy. God, Yu-Gi-Oh's the one. If Yu-Gi-Oh releases a card, they'll be like, man, we're going to ban this card. Then we'll errata it, change what the card does, and then we'll re-release a new card. Magic's just like, so what happened is we just released this card and we understand 98% of people are using this card in their deck, but we're going to release another set. So we're going to, hopefully that set can deal with this. And it doesn't deal with it. And they're like, well, the set's new, but they release so many goddamn sets a year. They're like, well, we don't want to touch it because this next set's coming out that might deal with it. So then you deal with the same fucking card for 6 months. I swear to God, this has been happening for 2 years. It's just a super problematic card. And then, Hasbro's just like, as long as it sells packs, it's good.
We digress and we continue.
I need a Magic the Gathering podcast. All right. My job, therefore, consisted of hanging out at a register until the Swiss rounds were over and people came to buy boosters and snacks. I was doing this, just browsing my usual board at work websites and talking to a friend when a player came up to me and said something that still creeps me out. That guy in the blue hoodie just peed in a bottle. What? He put down his pants.
Empty bottle.
It says he put it down his pants empty and pulled it out full. Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
he in the pants did it?
Yeah. But like
That's why that sentence was not made. I had to read that sentence. I was like, my brain's not, because I was like, he pulled his pants empty. He pulled down his pants empty. And I was just like, it's not computing with my brain. I mean,
the words there were
well-constructed sentences barely compute with my brain.
That was a well-constructed sentence.
If
you just read the words on the page instead of wanting the words to be what you would want them to be.
What's so funny is that is a big meme in the card game space, because they'll be like, what does the card do? And it's like, well, reading the card explains the card. And it's like, Mike, reading the sentence explains the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, where he was pointing, there was a half full 16-ounce Mountain Dew bottle sitting next to the guy's backpack. I waited for their match to finish and pulled him aside. Initially, he denied it, but when I suggested he take a drink, he came clean. He was so concerned about his opponent cheating, and to be fair, the guy had a reputation, but had never been caught, that he didn't want to get up until the game was over, citing fear that his opponent would mess with his deck while he was gone. Despite his pleading, I had to ban the guy. I couldn't have people pissing in their Mountain Dew bottles in my shop.
I mean, only a half full bottle, though. You really didn't have to pee.
Yeah, you got a small bladder? You got a woman's bladder?
That's a cup, a 16-ounce bottle, and you half filled
That's
it.
8 ounces, yeah.
Like, I mean, that's like when you go to the bathroom because you think you might have to pee. That's like that. That's not like, oh man, I really got to piss.
Or you're going to bed and you're like, man, I don't have to get up and have to pee. So you just empty out what little bit's in there. If I have to pee, I'm filling up a 2 liter.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. I'm filling up a 2 liter. You ever? And I wonder, let us know in the comments for the guy listener. Have you ever peed in a bottle and then you was like, I got too much?
Well, see, that's why I've never peed in a bottle, because I've never, while driving on the road, like I'm not sure that even like a 32-ounce Gatorade's going to hold it all. So I'm just like, got to hold it till I get to the bathroom, because that would be the worst case scenario is you go ahead and pee in the bottle and then all of a sudden you still need more room. What do you do at that point? You know how people would set up furniture like out in store parking lots and shit like that? Mm-hmm.
I did that, and they were like, I was like, I got to pee. And they was like, oh, well, just, pee in a bottle. And I was like, okay. So I go, I have the head of my dick right on the opening of the bottle. And I found out real quick that it'll like
splatter.
Yeah, it'll like cause an air burst because like there's liquid flowing in, so the air has to go somewhere. But then the bottle's like 3/4 full, and I know I am not close to being done. So I'm like trying to stop my pee and trying to find another bottle. I'm getting piss everywhere. There's still furniture in the back. There's splatter everywhere, obvious puddles. I got a little bit of pee on my pants. It was rough.
Yeah, that's the fear. So I've never done it.
I mean, it happens. Yeah, 16-ounce bottle. I'm filling that up.
Yeah. So you didn't have to pee that bad that you needed to pee in the middle of your game. You could just wait it out, hold it in, do the pee-pee dance, and then finish the game. How long is
still
the
talented
longest?
that he fucking did it blind.
I mean, maybe it's a little pee-pee.
Yeah.
Like, he could stick all.
Oh, it could go inside of the bottle. Yeah. No.
Or, I guess he's a well-versed guy in peeing in a bottle. He probably, while he's gaming, is like, I just got this, my
like
pee
Cartman
bottle
playing
here.
WoW.
Yeah.
Oh, who's my healthy boy?
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to buy my boyfriend's daughter a gift and silencing his notifications while I was away on a business trip?
I don't know.
This looks like a best of because it says concluded.
I like a ambiguous where we can't immediately be like, oh yeah, you're an asshole. Oh no, you're not an asshole.
All right. This was originally posted by Fragrant Range 6363. Posted it. Am I the asshole? Apologies in advance for the long post. I, female 32, went on an 8-day business trip to Japan. I work as an external consultant for a company. This would be a visit to scale our services. Me and 3 other colleagues would visit, but we would be at the same site for only 2 days until we were spread out to other areas. I was very excited until I told my boyfriend, male 38, of 8 months. His reaction wasn't very positive. I asked what was going on, and he said he was spaced out because of situations at his job. but he assured me everything was fine. Days later, he asked if I could take him. This caught me off guard, and I said I needed to think about it. And then he said he would want to bring his daughter along as well. I understand his point. She's 17 female, loves anime, and has a impressive knowledge on some very niche characters.
How long have they been together?
8 months.
Yeah, nope.
But also, I have my own kids, ages 4 and 5, and I would rather share that breakthrough with them, although realistically talking, bringing them would be unprofessional. My accommodations were paid for by the client, and that I had already confirmed them. I got a very nice accommodation, but it was definitely booked for a single traveler. My colleagues had other rooms. Bringing his daughter would require a separate bedroom or a suite. I would not go back to cancel on the accommodation or ask for a larger space. Unthinkable. Or do anything to mess up the schedule. When I told Brian, he said I should be able to ask for some changes. I also realized that he wasn't ready to pay for any of this since he said he would reimburse me later. I'm financially okay, but the whole idea of this trip is to make more money, not spend it, and potentially be unable to recover it. Also, this was never a vacation or anything, and he said things that showed me he didn't understand / believe me and my team that we were on a tight schedule. I could surely spend some time with him and his daughters after work, but while bringing them at another time and not in this situation. I didn't ask the client at all because I was embarrassed. Also, I began to worry about his sense of humor. It's not like I've mastered Japanese business etiquette, but I took the time to learn, and Brian sometimes does things that get him in trouble. We'd be having dinner with our client and colleagues, and I would either have him stay at the hotel, not a great way to treat a partner, or bring him along if that was permitted. Awkward, especially if it messed up the accommodation schedule. When I candidly expressed this concern, he got extremely pissed off and gave me the silent treatment. This stressed me out, and I told him.
What'd you tell him?
That it stressed her out.
It stressed me out, and I told him.
Yeah, I didn't put that together. I was like, and you told him what?
Man, that's why we're going to 2, man, because then, I don't know.
Rework these a little bit.
Yeah, take them, run them through fucking something that's like, hey, just put some punctuation and make it legible.
Coherent. I left for the airport while he was still not talking to me. This is like such a man-baby relationship. Like any of these signs are just like, maybe we don't do this.
Yeah, you're an adult. You'll have kids.
You're going on a business trip. I want to go. It wouldn't be convenient. All right. That's how that interaction should
Yeah,
went.
right. Yeah. I understand.
It would be really cool if I could go. Yeah, but like I'm not even gonna get to see the country. I'm gonna be in meetings the whole time. So like, unless you want to just go by yourself, but like, I mean, at that point, why not just go by yourself any other time?
Right.
It doesn't have to be these 3 days that I'm over in Japan. Like you could go for a week.
Right, because you're gonna have to pay for your airplane tickets and everything. They're not gonna pay for that.
We talked only a few times while I was abroad. His daughter did not reply to any of my messages. I don't know if he falsely told her that she was getting an early high school graduation trip, or she was just mad at me.
Fuck, that's fucked.
I got a hold of a huge plush anime character and took a selfie asking if she liked it. No answer. About 1 or 2 days before I flew back, he started texting me with requests. He wanted me to get XYZ, this and that, for his daughter and his nieces. I got very angry because she didn't even reply, but he had no problem asking for more and more stuff, and that put me off. I told him that his daughter never replied to any of my messages, and he didn't say anything about it. I ended up silencing his notifications and buying presents only for my family. When I got back, all I wanted was to spend time with my kids since I've never been far away from them for very long. I kept putting off seeing Brian until last Friday when we met for pizza, and he looked uncomfortable. He said I let his daughter down by allowing her to think she was getting the plush toy and was also in disbelief when I confirmed that I didn't bring her anything.
Fuck the audacity, man. God damn.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you're that much into anime, somebody sends you a fucking picture and says, hey, do you like this? You reply yes.
I'm sorry, but also you got dickweed dad. I guarantee you, like he's just like, I mean, she's 17. She should have some semblance that her dad's a fucking loser. But you know, it's probably a situation where the dad's like, guess who's going to Japan? And it's like, well, we can't go to Japan because she won't let us go. She said we're not allowed to go, you know, putting all the blame on her. So,
but like in that moment, like if you're big into something you don't necessarily want everything that goes with that.
Me and my wife could be in the fucking most knocked down, drag out fucking argument. She'd be like, "Hey, you want some food?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I'm gonna." Yeah, what? Or she could text me, "What do you want to eat?" It doesn't matter what. It could be the craziest argument we've ever been in.
Well, and like she noted, "Hey, your daughter hasn't messaged me back." You can't expect her to just buy random plushie that might not be something that she fucks with. Like, oh no, I wanted that other character. Like, well, you didn't fucking say anything, so you didn't get jack shit. Yeah, no, this is a shit family. She needs to get out of
Hopefully
it.
she leaves him.
I told him that I didn't think it mattered since she completely blanked me out. We had a back and forth, but there was no resolution. I feel lost. I feel more lost than when this whole thing started. I feel like he thinks a gift for his daughter was the solution to everything, and I disagree. I'm doing my best to create a good future, and I'm a bit on the fence about continuing the relationship. I care about him and his kid, but I'm afraid of being used and dragged down. And the way he pressured me made me feel really uncomfortable.
That's like me saying I'm afraid of getting stabbed while getting stabbed.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, I'm afraid of getting stabbed, but I'm already getting stabbed. Like you're already being used.
This would be terrible if I got stabbed more.
This is just the first instance you've realized you've been being used.
Yeah, at 8 months in, like, you should not be putting up with a bunch of shit. Like 8 months is not the time frame for being like, oh, we've been together for
I mean,
a
you could
while.
absolutely have one of those relationships. You can have that in 8 months, but you would know it. Like you would know it. Like if you had just a really good, like cohesive, but that's like you have spent ample time with his daughter. It's not like, I didn't see him. We got back. I spent time with my kids and I didn't see him until, Friday. Like you spent multiple days after you already got back. You didn't see him for a while. I mean, I don't know. I guess part of her also did see that he's probably a fucking loser. So
yeah. I'm also a bit hurt because I had built a relationship with his daughter, and not getting a single reply to my message is honestly a bad look. I'm tempted to think that she's either angry because I didn't agree to bring them along, or that maybe he told her to ignore me. I'm planning on ending things because I need clarity. Well, in the same fucking paragraph, she says, I'm a bit on the fence about continuing the relationship. And then 3 sentences later, I'm planning on ending things. Well, you're
Sounds
not
like
on the fucking fence.
You got to the good side of the fence. Yeah.
Which, yeah, it's the rational thing. But like in the beginning, you're like, I'm kind of on the fence. But same paragraph,
I don't know.
I'm planning on ending things because I need clarity.
I don't know if we should, kill him or not, but listen, let's go kill him.
I'm planning on ending things because I need clarity, but also maybe I'm being unfair. I think there's a possibility that he got overly excited and got carried away, but I know he will likely be unable to pay me back.
What cornball does that though?
Am I the asshole?
Are you ready to go to Japan? Wow. Early graduation present. That hasn't even talked to her yet. Just assumes.
Well, I think she assumed that he told her that. I don't think it was a stated thing.
What do you mean? Well, I mean, he was obviously saying something to the daughter about
That
going
she's
to Japan.
possibly going, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like the whole early graduation present was a thing she added in. Some OP's comments. Commenter says, never bring family on a business trip, not even to Orlando. A woman I worked with did, and we all thought it was weird, and then she spent her evenings with them instead of the group outings. Completely unprofessional. I don't necessarily agree 100% on that.
What do you mean?
Like,
oh yeah, dude. If we go somewhere and it's like, hey, like your family can come, and then it's like, well, we're going to the bar after. I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I don't hang out with y'all outside of work in North Carolina. I'm not gonna do it while we're somewhere else.
well, and I think that's the culture that's been created is like, oh, while you're out here, you hang out with your people from work and party
No.
and yeah, it doesn't have to be that way. And like, I mean, if you are completely just like punching the clock while you're there to spend all your time with your family, I get it, but it's not a free vacation either. Like
Right.
those two things, you don't have to go both sides of that. Like there's a middle ground of like, oh, we're going to go do this thing after work. Hey guys, you go find something to do. We're going to go putt or whatever. I'm going with the work friends to go do this thing. Like,
Right.
It makes sense to balance it. But one side or the other completely like, oh.
Dog, if we're going over there, we're working the same hours at 3 or 5 o'clock. Later, potatoes. Like if that is done, if we're done, and then what we're doing afterwards is not work related. Like, it's like, oh, we're going to go to the bar and this is like a bonding. There ain't no bonding moment.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like outside of the bar thing.
Right.
If there's other activities, like going out to eat dinner with your coworkers and like whatever, like there is something to be said about bonding with the people from work. If you specifically bring your family and then do not do any of that stuff because your family's there,
Right.
like you are taking advantage of the company paying for you to go to this thing and then not actually participating in any of the company culture. I think like going both ways is wrong. But yeah, taking your family at all is not completely unprofessional if it's accepted. But OP says, that's exactly what I didn't want. Didn't make any sense at all. And with this trip, I think she said it was like 3 days, right?
10 days.
No, not 10 days. Da.
Dylan's looking to see how much, how long.
8 day.
I feel like I was closer. But technically, Price is Right's rule, I lose because I overbid.
Well, and it says me and 3 other colleagues would visit, but we would be at the same site for only 2 days until we would be spread out to other areas. So, I mean, even 8 days in Japan, though, like the amount of jet lag and shit, like, and then you have work obligations pretty much every day. I would assume that you were there. Like, they're not sending you over there and like, oh yeah, you're going to be working for 3 days and then 5 days. You get to just go walk around and see the city. No. So like, it's not like it's a fun trip. It's a work trip.
Right. That's like the number one weeb thing, though. You meet any person that's like real obsessed with anime, and you'll be like, yeah, I want to go to Japan. They'll be like, that's my dream, to go over to Japan, to see where it all started, to finally find my place. I was like, I'm sorry, bud. If musty-ass Americans don't like you, Japanese people ain't gonna like you either, bud.
No, they keep a pretty tight ship over there, don't they?
They do, yeah.
All right, so commenter says, in Japan, respect is very important. Bringing them would show you did not respect this business meeting, and it seems he does not know how to behave in any situation. OP says, yes, I told him many times. I don't know of any setting where what he wanted would be okay.
Oh, that was definitely a weeb that commented that. In Japan, they care a lot about respect. They care about being honorable. If not, they will fall on their own blade. It's like, shut up with that fucking, that's old ass rhetoric too, man. It's like kamikaze pilot shit. You know what I'm saying? Japanese people, they are a lot. I mean, Japan is essentially diet America now. They even have some places where they don't let black people in.
Well, that's America there.
That's America, yeah.
All right, so top comment says, his demands were insane. Cut your losses and don't feel even a bit guilty. Used Clock says, this guy showed OP a laundry list of red flags. OP needs to move on. Update the next day. Thanks to everyone for your advice and input. I just wanted to clarify about the plush toy incident. His daughter and I used to spend time together some afternoons after school while her dad was at work. I did give her spontaneous gifts that she enjoyed. We would email and text each other during her time with her mom.
That's crazy that a kid's emailing.
Yeah. When I sent the toy picture, I wanted to know if it was up her alley. I would have bought it if she said she liked it, but got the silent treatment instead. I know some of you think I was wrong for not bringing her anything, but part of my decision to leave him comes from feeling like they acted like an exclusive clique where others can't be accepted unless they give to them. She left me on red and left me asking hello like an idiot. We broke up last night. He wanted to come to my place, but I didn't allow it. I drove to his place instead and delivered 2 packages that had been delivered at my P.O. box and told him that I would return any mail or package. Why are you getting?
Why is he getting? Yeah. What kind of relationship is this? Yeah.
8 months in, you're getting shit.
They don't live together.
I told him that I would return any mail or packages addressed to him from now on. I didn't get out of my vehicle. The conversation was very short, but very sour. I told him that he acted too greedy and conceited for me to feel any interest in prolonging the relationship. He tried to explain that his daughter was hurt because she had her hopes set on the trip, but I said this was a lesson for her so that she learns to work for her own things when she becomes an adult, instead of piggybacking her way. That's a weird take.
Not even, yeah, that's a fuck take, because that's dad got her hopes up. Like,
yeah, there was no,
understandably, her not texting you back, that is kind of a brat thing to do. But her dad got her hopes up.
Yeah, there should have never been mentioned to the kid until it was solidified that that was what was going to happen, especially being that fanatical about anime and going to Japan, blah, blah, blah.
Because you got to think, telling her that, she's not going to be able to sleep at night and shit like that. She has her hopes completely up. And it's her father's fault. She has a shit father. But, I mean, at that point, I agree. Don't get the gift. You can't just be a dick to somebody and expect something.
I do not agree that no gift. I agree on the plush toy, but like in general, if you go somewhere, especially with having a significant other, they have a kid, like I don't even give a fuck if you plan on that day to break up with them. Bring her back something, fucking candy, anything. Just bring her something and be like, hey, this is from Japan. I fucking hate your dad, but
right, yeah.
Like it's kid.
Your dad's a bitch, and he should not have told you all that stuff.
Yes.
And I probably would have even told the kid that,
Yes.
Like when and I'm like, look, I'm sorry. This was a business thing. He should not have got your hopes up for it. That is a very good, I brought you something back.
I would have gotten you the fucking plushie, but you ignored me. So you didn't get that. But like, here's some whatever kind of candy that Japanese people eat.
Japan people?
Japan
oh, wow.
People. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Where
you
we
need to
at?
read, learn, and KYS.
All right. And also that this is on him as a father. I took off to avoid more back and forth. I asked him never to contact me again and blocked them both. Come on.
That's crazy.
I already changed my locks, changed all my streaming passwords. Like, I get being mad at the dad. Like, it's like a kid is a kid. Like, don't be petty with a fucking kid.
Right.
If she starts, mouthing off, then be like, yeah, sorry, I can't. But like, you have whatever kind of relationship you have with that kid. Don't be a shit just because the dad's a shit.
Oh, yeah, we used to hang out all the time, and then she's mad at you from false shit that her dad is saying. From bad.
Yeah, and you're not teaching her a lesson by just disappearing.
She got real dorky. I blocked the kid too. No explanation. It's because of you that I broke up with your fucking dad.
You're an asshole.
Yeah,
you're in those moments.
Yeah, you ruined it. You became the asshole. Everybody sucked in that moment now. Like, you obviously are not the asshole for leaving the boyfriend, but then treating the daughter that way because she didn't text you back. She is a teenage girl.
And probably, like, with the situation and how the dad laid it out, he took none of the responsibility. He was like, oh, no, she wouldn't let us go on the trip anymore.
He was like, are you ready to go to Japan? And she's like, well, she's not going to let us go with her because she don't want to make the accommodations.
She said she didn't want you there.
Right, yeah. And then she's all upset about that. Like, fuck.
The dad's a shit, and then you allowed your little pettiness to make you look like a shit. The kid, ultimately, is a kid. And, they're all assholes at that age. Period. Done. But on a scale, she's not the fucking asshole. Because, yeah, her dad probably, and you should have been like, hey, I just wanted to make sure you liked this one before I bought it.
She had it too, though. She had the realization, but like, oh, dad probably told her she was 100% going. Like, you had it there, and then you just you lost it. You lost it. I broke up with him, I Spitfire, and then I fucking blocked everybody.
I told that little girl she's a bitch.
Yeah, she's a fucking bitch. You know who is not bitches? Our Patreon members.
No, those people are special.
They are special. They help us deliver the
goods.
We are definitely one of the podcasts. One of the top
100 in Cambodia.
Yeah, in Cambodia. So fuck yeah. We are definitely a podcast. Nobody can dispute that. And guys, becoming a Patreon member helps us out tremendously. And you get more episodes of the two guys for some reason you like to watch. Also, if you want to share this, sharing does help. It does get the word out about the podcast. Word of mouth is a fantastic way that a podcast can grow. Helps us out a lot.
And you'll get, if you share these, Mike will give you an extra tug at the reach around reunion.
I'll spit on my hand.
Ooh.
I will.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now that.
And we are getting a lot of listeners now. So if we have a bit, that's a lot of spit. My mouth's going to be dry. It's going to be a hard day.
I think we might have to preemptively get you to just spit in a jug so then you can just like
dab it on. Yeah.
Like do it preemptively the week ahead.
Mike. Oh, there's Mike. Oh, he's got a spit jug and everybody's like cheering because they know it's going to be great. One guy's like, fuck yeah, it's not going to be that dry thing. That gave me a blister. Mike's got tough hands.
We'll have to get that wart off your hand before we.
Yeah, I got to it's either wart or cancer, something.
Yeah. We'll bank on
For Kayla nos dos. You know what I'm saying?
We'll bank on a wart.
Am I the asshole for asking my dad why I should reward his cheating and breaking up our family when he told me I shouldn't punish him for being happy?
That's a long title.
That is a long title. And what the fuck is going on in this relationship? A, cou- a couple of years, my dad told my mom he wanted a divorce and then went to be with his high school crush. It was a total surprise to mom, me, 19 male, and my siblings, 15 female, 13 female, and 10 male. 4 kids. Just walked out, just like, fuck it.
Well, yeah, I banged her once at the homecoming dance, and I've been in love ever since.
Guys, it's been real, okay, but it's just not working out. And he's telling the kids this, and they're like, what? It's just like, look, I thought you guys were going to be, and you're not what I thought you would be. So
You were supposed to fix this relationship for me.
I just need to find my happiness. Dad said he never cheated, but when he reconnected with this woman, all the feelings he had before came back, and he wanted his chance with her since she was the one he missed out on back then. Oh, brother.
But see, her pussy's got this special feature to it that no other pussy ever had.
It's his high school crush, though. He never got it. He finally gets it fucking 30 years later. Then she's like, oh, I'll give you a chance now. You have a job, a man with a job? Yeah, I'll give you a chance.
And she's probably a absolute shit house of a person, like just not a good person. And she's like, yeah, leave your wife for me.
Yeah.
Like, I always had a crush on you, but you were too nerdy for me back then. I
always thought you would bring it up. You know, when I was having those gangbangs in the bathroom and I'd hear you walk in, I always thought you were going to join, but you never did. He even admitted he never got over her and always knew he'd leave if he got the chance with her. This is like the limerence thing, right? But he's one of the people that got it 30 years later after everybody else has had it, and she probably has kids too. I wanted nothing to do with him since, and my siblings feel similar, only they get no choice since he has equal custody as mom. They make life awful for him and his girlfriend, though, and all 3 hope he stops making them socialize with them soon. Since he left mom, he has tried with me too. He invited me for family dinners and tried to set me up for a time to meet his girlfriend and for us to figure out a way forward. The only time I respond was to the last part. I told him the only way to move forward was no contact. The only time I've seen dad in the last 2 years was at mom's house for my brother's 10th birthday. He got there early so he could talk to me. I wonder if he brought girlfriend. He told me that he thought it was time I stopped punishing him and that I shouldn't punish him in the first place when he did something to make him happy and it had no impact on him. I asked him how he figured that when he broke up our family and cheated. I said it was still emotional cheating when he was ready to leave mom if that woman snapped her fingers. My dad emphasized the fact that he never cheated and told me it has nothing to do with me anyways. I told him it has everything to do with me. When it changed my family and interrupted my life, I asked him why I should reward those things and why I'd want his kind of influence in my life. I told him I didn't give a fuck about his happiness or the woman he's with, and that he was out of luck if he thinks he will ever get my seal of approval or get me to spend time with him and her.
That is a very wise 19-year-old.
That is
coming out right there. Like, I don't want your influence around me. Like, this is not a good situation for me to be around.
Right. Dad said my mindset was all wrong and us having a relationship doesn't reward him. It's good for me and it could add another woman in my life who would be supportive and compassionate when I need it. I can't wait until the new pussy wears off, and then he's like, "Oh my God, I hate
a bitch."
Yeah, I want my family back. I just want my family back." It's usually when mom gets another man, though.
Yeah,
that's when they're just like, "Oh, I thought you'd just stay single forever."
100%.
He said it's what me and my siblings miss out on by rejecting his girlfriend and future wife. He also called me an asshole for framing things in the worst possible light, and for me even thinking about this as rewarding versus not. I had to walk away because he was ready to keep that going, and I didn't want to spill it into my brother's party. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not.
No, I just feel so much pride for that kid, though. Like, they made it out, like, everything broke apart as he became, like, his own man. And for him to be, like, such a stand-up guy for his mom and then be like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit to your dad.
I thought this was a girl.
No, I think it's 19 male.
It is. It is. Usually boys aren't like that, though. They're just dumb.
Yeah, no. And I mean, in that moment, just being
at 19, the head on his shoulders. And we don't know what mom's like. We don't know what dad's like, but we know the other siblings, man, they're going to get like solid advice from a big brother.
Well, it sounds like home dude was not there. Like if your kid can just write you off immediately like that, it shows that you weren't.
You had no relationship,
like solid foundation for them. Like mom has probably been the one that's made sure everything's been good, taken care of the kids, done all the stuff.
Talk to you about your day and stuff like that. Like there are parents out there We talked about this in the spanking versus not spanking. Spanking doesn't make your kids good. Not spanking doesn't make your kids good. Having a relationship, that's what makes a good person, a child. That's what helps them grow into adulthood in the easiest way possible. Is just having that relationship, explaining things to them, having conversations. If you neglect to do that as a parent, your child's going to be shit, whether you spank them or not. So.
Which in this, like the dad seems to be like, he's like, you shouldn't be punishing me, blah, 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 blah. Like it's all about him. It's not like other than, and now you have another woman to be.
Oh yeah, I realize that, the person that you love most, I have shattered them, and I'm now, trying to get you to have a relationship with the person you love most hates more than anybody else in the world, maybe sans me. And I mean, just not to have that just self-awareness is just, that's how you know you ain't getting no good advice from that man. Medical Mountain said, the fact that he has zero remorse for one, using a woman for several years, wasting her life when she could have been with someone who actually loved her. Correct. That is another thing too, is like, well, if she gave me the chance, I would always just go. And I hope we get an update on this. Having several children with her, knowing he'd leave her and them, shows what kind of person he is. I don't associate with people like this. I don't blame you or your siblings for not wanting to put up with this self-absorbed piece of shit. A user commented, over 20 years of her life wasted. Or this is the OP. She loved him and committed to him, and he never did it back. He was just waiting for that woman to come back so he could be with her. That's fucked. Mela says, oh my God, he actually said you're missing out by rejecting his girlfriend. How far did he have to twist himself to get that far up his own ass for that viewpoint? What about your father missing out on his children because he can't think with anything but his dick? The OP says, he believes that too. He never expected us to be mad or hurt by his choice, and he truly believed everything would be perfect for him. Everyone else's feelings were unimportant or just supposed to be like this. Because he's a shit stain.
Yeah.
And he is I don't know. That's just the corniest thing. It's like 30 years later, it's like, that was my high school crush, and now I finally got a chance with her. All right. Like, Hopper thought that fucking, what's Will's mom's name? Joyce. He had a crush on Joyce. And then he finally got it. 25 years later, she got 2 kids, and she's crazy. Like, talking to fucking Christmas lights. Well, she came to that conclusion real quick, though. I'm sorry. There was no like time for her to be like, this ain't real. I'm fucking tripping right now. I got to find my son. You got to think she spent 0 time looking for her son, was immediately like, something's up with these lights. This is where I'm focusing my time.
Well, yeah, as the lights went through the house and they were blinking. And
That's
signed on.
That's your missing child walking. That's what I would get to.
You're looking for grasping at straws.
I'm not grasping at straws because it's like, it just starts happening. And then the kids are like, what if it's this no proof, interdimensional demon that, this girl we found in the woods, she just slammed the fucking demigorgon on the thing. It's this I'm sorry. They just, in Stranger Things, it was always so funny. By like the 3rd episode, whatever they have it figured out then. Just nail on the head. Doesn't just like, whoa, what is this mind reading sorcerer that can get into your brain, Vecna. And that's it. Yeah. No, you got it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
They were never wrong, ever.
Do you want it to be like a 20-hour per episode?
No, it's just really funny. I'm not. No, I love those seasons. Listen, this is not the last season. This is not the finale. I love those seasons. I can get past. Look, I'm all for the rule of cool. Everything does not have to line up beautifully, especially when you're dealing with like sci-fi elements. God forbid time travel. Just, I don't even try. Like, I hate when people are like, if it's a time travel movie, they're like, oh, well, it doesn't make any sense. It's time travel. It doesn't. You could just
make it up.
Yeah, just fucking don't worry about that and just enjoy the film. But what if they go back and then they change this? Why doesn't it change this? Just enjoy the film, bud.
You should watch Begonia.
Begonia? I'm watching The Righteous Gemstones right now, and I'm going to tell you what.
Emma Stone.
Danny McBride is another one that has I'm just like, I'm not going to try. I don't even want to try. It's so funny and well put together, man, and I'm just like, fuck. I can never do that.
We can.
I can. We can together.
That's when you use we.
That I feel like one day we could be like, we could be the Duffer Brothers. I mean, fuck it, why not? I mean, we'd have a one up on the Duffer Brothers because legally we could have sex.
They could have sex legally.
Not legally. No, you can't fuck your brother. I hope not. I hope it's illegal everywhere.
I mean, two consenting adults that can't procreate.
I just feel like it should be illegal because I feel like
wrong. Yes,
I feel like if you want to have sex with a sibling, you're not in the mind state to be a consenting adult.
You know, it's twisted. I guess my issue is as long as you can't procreate and make.
My aunt is like 100% like mentally handicapped, and she married a normal dude, and I was just like, A, this don't feel legal. B, I'm sorry, like it just feels like there's got to be something with the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he seems like a decent guy, and I'm just like, maybe he don't see it. I don't know.
She's just beautiful to me.
Everybody else sees it. Everybody else in the world sees it, except for him. But shout out. He's a decent uncle. Funny guy.
You ready for this one?
No.
This is a Today I Fucked Up from Best of Reddit Updates.
Should be Time I Fucked Up, but yeah.
Nope. Today I fucked up.
All right, go for it.
Today I fucked up by becoming a prostitute.
Oh, fuck me. I wanted this one.
By Shattenspringer. This one is concluded.
Well, good.
Original post, December 4th, 2024. So this has been happening for over a month now, but the gravity of the situation just hit me today. See? Today. So I'm a male 31, and I'm not in a great place in life right now. I was doing great in my mid-20s, but alcohol and gambling has turned my life into living check to check.
And that's where we tell you that this podcast is sponsored by DraftKings. DraftKings, gambling for children.
You have to have an ID. I work 2 jobs. I'm single. I have no kids, but still in a hole of debt. I did save quite a bit of money into retirement funds in my younger years, and perhaps I'll have to take a loan out against it soon to delete other debt, but not yet. I frequent a bar that's across the street from my apartment. Most of the regulars are now friends, or at least familiar acquaintances, from as young as 21 to as old as 75. One of my good friends, Lynn, who's a regular at this bar, is in her 50s, and she is beautiful, especially for her age. Literally, any guy at the bar would take her home if she ever let them. Lynn lives close to me.
Then just say she's beautiful, dog. Don't say beautiful for her age.
Yeah, no, just
like if you say like the bitch bad, like if someone comes up to you and is like, she's 50 and she looks good for her age, you're like, okay. But if they say she's bad, they don't even say for her age, she's just bad.
Well, you said especially.
Oh, especially.
Probably putting her in the younger tier. She's still a dime piece, even if she was going up against younger women.
Right.
Lynn lives close to me, and I've started hanging out with her outside the bar. It's always a fun time when it's just me and her, but some of her friends are ... a bit much. Most of her friends are older, single women who like to drink heavy and live loud. One particular friend, Barb, clearly took a liking to me the first time Lynn introduced us.
Oh, fuck. He didn't get Lynn. He's got to get Barb.
She was rather upfront about how attracted she is to me, but she's older than my mom, and I'm not attracted to her in the least. Barb apparently also lives close by Lynn and I, and she started to go to the bar and always sat next to me. It was nice at first, and she always bought me a drink or two, but she really started to become a buzzkill, especially because I couldn't hang out with Lynn without Barb being there too. And I missed it just being Lynn and I.
He's trying to mac on Lynn. That's what it is.
Real sexy ass 50-year-old.
Hell yeah.
And he's 30.
And she knows things.
He's 31. Yeah, that's prime MILF category.
Oh yeah,
for his
absolutely.
age. Now, don't get me wrong, Barb is actually pretty hilarious and a fun time, but just knowing how badly she wanted to sleep with me always made me feel a little bit awkward, especially because I had a crush on her friend. I don't understand guys that like, oh, gross. She's like, it's like being like a grade schooler and be like, oh, she's got a crush on you, and you're like, ew, girls. Like,
right?
You're a full grown. Like, is she gonna rape you? Like, no.
Yeah,
so, like,
grown ass man.
It just boggles my. Like, I could see where it's fucking with his game to get with Lynn, but outside of that, like, she could want you if you don't want to do it, just don't do it. So about 3 weeks ago, Barb texted me and asked if I could help her hang up Christmas lights in her apartment. She said I could drink and eat anything at her place if I helped her. I was a little drunk at the bar when she texted me and just gambled away the rest of my cash. So I obliged. Barb lives in a building that just opened up this year, and I had been in it to visit a friend before. Very upscale apartments, great views, brand new. However, what I didn't know about this place is that they had some crazy condos in that building. So I got up to the top floor, and her place is huge.
Oh, Barb got that money. Well, I'm telling you what, though. Listen, if you got Lynn, all right, gorgeous, okay, and then you got Barb, all right, I'm sorry. Barb, you know, she's
not hitting on much, but
yeah, she's 56, got a little bit of hair loss going on. She's aging like a normal person, okay? But then she got once the bank account is in the 7 digits, Barb. I'm sorry, but you're a little bit sexy in this light now. And it's like, what? The light of this news.
So everything was so nice. The ceiling was so high. There were stairs that led up to her bedroom. So I told her how amazing her place is, and she immediately spilled out her life story. This was a bit weird because for as long as I'd known her, she never really opened up about herself that much. Anyway, nasty divorce. Still in court with her ex-husband. One daughter talks to her and the other doesn't. She's sexually starved. That one hung in the air for a bit. I listened to her, told her how sorry I felt for her.
I'm sorry. If a woman tells you that, they 100% want to have sex with you. That's what they are. It's just, they don't just throw that out there to any guy.
I listened to her, told her how sorry I felt for her, helped myself to a few beers, and began hanging Christmas lights in her windows. She has tons of tall windows, so it was taking a while, but we were laughing and having a good time and getting drunk. For 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, I was irresponsibly drunk. I mean, depends on what kind of Wednesday you're having. I mean,
right. And I'm sorry, but if it's 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, you're fucked up. That means you're going to bed at 10, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's an adult. Yeah, that's an adult.
Yeah, you got it done early so that you can go ahead and sleep it off. I still don't know why I did this, but she asked if I wanted to take a shower with her, and I did. Didn't even have clean clothes to change into.
Listen, I've made this mistake. I think I told it on NMADHD, where there was this woman that wanted to sleep with me real bad. And I was fucked up. And I was just like, yeah, we could do it. And then she was like, I want to have sex in the shower, which I should have been like, no.
That's terrible anyways.
Yeah, it was burning hot. I was super fucked up. And my dude was just like, it's not happening, dog. You have, like, we should be dead right now. The blood is being used to keep you alive.
Yeah.
And I wasn't attracted to her. And the shower was really hot. It was a terrible situation.
Although in this shower, I bet it'd probably be a lot more convenient than in a poor person's shower.
Yeah, it'd probably be like a misting. And
there's like a bench and there's all these other places to go. There's probably like 5 different heads that shoot water at you so you could adjust your temperature while she's getting hit with the scalding water. Like,
right.
Probably sounds pretty prime. I probably would just move in.
Right, yeah. I'd be like, yeah, was it daily sex? I could do that. Yeah, sure.
All right. Didn't even have clean clothes to change into. So anyway, we were showering and I wasn't impressed with her naked body, but for whatever reason, I got an erection. Because you're a dude.
Yeah, so it's like, the boobs aren't, the best I've ever saw, but they're boobs. So this is a great day. That's it.
And my penis knows that I'm supposed to procreate. She will not be able to have my kids, but we're going to try anyways, just in case.
Right. My body doesn't know that she can't have kids.
Yep.
He is just ready to do it.
And she immediately grabbed my dick and started stroking it. I told her that she can touch it, but I don't want to have sex with her. This is such a weird story.
Yeah. But it's better than the sad stories we get. I love how he's like, you could touch it, but you can't have it. Because he's super drunk. Yeah. So it probably just sounds like he's like dirty talk. Oh, you can touch it, but you can't have it.
We're not having sex.
You're not having sex. Yeah, yeah.
We went to lay down in her enormous bed. They only make beds in certain sizes. Like, was it a king? So,
I mean, they got the California king, and then they got custom beds.
If it's a custom bed, I agree. But like a king size bed is a king size bed, no matter which room.
I've seen a star shaped bed.
What
the fuck are you using that for?
Was that in the porno that you filmed?
No. It was in a house we were delivering furniture to. And also, it wasn't in a bedroom. It was just like in an open area that was next to the kitchen.
Where the porn is
filmed. And it was staged like a bedroom, I guess. Yeah, sure. That's what it felt like. Looking back now, because I didn't think porn, I was just like, who who's sleeping while someone's cooking? Like you could just see somebody cooking.
Well, you got the lights that you can then shine at it, so that it like a bedroom.
The whole back of their house was just glass. There's no wall. It's just glass.
Yeah, that's a porno room. All right, so we went to lay down in her enormous bed. Actually, her whole room is huge. Her place is amazing. So we were watching Young Sheldon or something, and she flat out asked me, "What would it take to get you to lick my pussy?" And for some reason, in my drunken stupor, I immediately responded, $200 and a frozen pizza. She looked at me with a dead serious face and said, "I'll give you $400 if you make me come." Oh shit.
Bet. How many times you want to come a day? That's my job. That's it. I'm getting a 401k.
So I get $400 for each time you come?
Each time. Oh yeah. I'm getting a 401k. You know what I'm saying? There is what is it? Fucking dental, vision, everything. This is my career now.
She pulled up her nightgown and yeah, I got $400. I actually really needed that money, so the disgust was just sitting in the back of my mind and I was able to ignore it for the most part. Man, this chick has to be like so busted for you to like keep playing this card of like, oh, she's so ugly.
Right, and you're at the pussy too. Like there's nothing else that you're seeing besides that. Imagine anybody else. Anybody else.
A week later, I got a text from Barb asking me to come over. Once again, I was at the bar drunk and broke from gambling, so I walked over. When I got there, she asked if I wanted to have sex. I told her that I don't have sex without condoms. She reassured me that she can't get pregnant. I told her that it didn't matter. I always wear a condom. She respected that, and then asked if I could eat her out in exchange for a blowjob. Awkward. I asked her if I could get paid like the last time, and she apologized and claimed she only paid me because she was so drunk and horny. We discussed the previous night for a while, and she ultimately offered me $50. I haggled the price up to $75. The whole conversation was so long, uncomfortable, and awkward.
That has to be, because, I mean, imagine a guy who's just like, I can't do it for free. Like, you're fucking ugly. Like, I can't do it. There's got to be something.
I can hardly type this brief summary. Yeah, no, like with I don't know. It's just so awkward of a scenario to put yourself in. Like, you ate her pussy for $400.
I will only have sex with you. Now I expect $400 every time I do it, though.
Yeah, I'm not negotiating down.
Yeah, I'm not taking.
Now
a
you
pay
get
cut.
the dick.
Yeah,
You get the dick too.
Yeah,
Like,
for $75.
and I'm not trading a blowjob for me making you come. Like that's if we were trying to have this experience together, but I'm not trying to have this experience. You're trying to have it.
Right.
So like, I don't need that. And I'm not doing that for free because you're going to do it back. Like, no.
Right.
No.
What a story. What a fucking story. This is a great one.
I went to the bar that Friday and Lynn was there. It was the first time in a while I had hung out with her without Barb being there, and it was great. I mentioned that I helped Barb hang up Christmas lights and was really impressed by her condo.
Oh, she told me how you helped.
That is when Lynn revealed something that raised my eyebrows. Barb is rich, like multi-million-dollar rich. Like her ex-husband was rich. Like she and her brother inherited land from their family that they just sold for an enormous amount of money. Rich. I knew she had to be fairly wealthy based off of her place, car, and clothes. Then Lynn showed me pictures of Barb's house that she owns on the other side of the state, and holy fucking shit, this woman is loaded. I went to the bar all night for the next few days waiting for Barb to show up and checking my phone constantly, waiting for Barb to ask me to come over. However, I actually won a hefty amount on the gambling machines and was able to maintain for a while. So when Barb did hit me up to come over, I told her I was busy. Of course, when you gamble, your winnings only last for a few days, and I was broke, drunk,
Get your fucking life together, dude. Goddamn.
and high by myself in no time. Then Barb hit me up again. It had been over a week, and she said she wanted to make a deal with me. So I stumbled over to her place, and when I walked into her door, all the lights were off except the Christmas lights, and she was naked. Barb said, "I need you inside of me. What will it take?" And good Lord, was it cringy as hell. Now, this may be a good place to mention that I don't know shit about prostitution. I don't know what normal rates are. I don't know what boundaries I'm supposed to have. Completely ignorant. But I knew Barb has millions. Anyway, I asked for $1,500. She laughed. She said I'd have to last a long time for $1,500.
That should be easy.
Cringe. She offered me $500 and I wasn't allowed to wear a condom. I didn't understand that part. Do women feel that much of a difference if a condom is or isn't being worn? Why did that matter to her? I got her to agree to $800 with $1,500 being the price moving forward. I don't want to talk much about the sex, but she was very satisfied. So much so that she asked me to come over the next day for the agreed price. Then 2 days later,
$2,300 in 2 days, dog. I swear to God, my wife right now, if I was just like, look, she'd be like, yes, do it. $2,300.
We got bills to pay. Man.
Yeah.
When 2 days later, she asked for a full service with a back massage, oral, and an hour in bed, I asked for $5,000 just for shits and giggles, but she fucking agreed.
Fucking yes, let's go.
All of a sudden, I've made over $7,000 in the past few days. I paid rent in cash, bought groceries, got my car fixed, and purchased all the Christmas presents.
And it's all under the table too, man.
And a welcome side effect of the constant hooking up was that I was gambling less and spending less money on booze. I felt good. Really was starting to accept the situation. I went to the bar in a great mood. Lots of my friends were there. Played some pool. Smoked a joint in the alley. Great stuff. Then Barb came in. She made her way around to the bar, saying hi to everyone, then sat right next to me and kissed me on the cheek. I'm stunned.
Can't be doing that. That's $500 every time you do that. In public, kissing me on the cheek.
My friends who I was talking to both dropped their jaws slightly. She joined in conversation, and I felt like my face was getting red and hot. My heart was blasting through my chest. After a short while, I announced I had to go home, and Barb asked, "Will I see you later?" "I don't know, hit me up," was my response as I got out of there. This happened just 4 days ago, and I haven't been back to the bar since. I know that my friends know, or at least strongly suspect, that I've been hooking up with Barb, but one comforting thought came into my head. They'll understand when I tell them I only fuck her for money. Then a cold realization flooded my brain. It will make it so much worse if they find out that I've been having sex for money.
I don't think it will.
I'm actually a whore, an alcoholic, gambling addicted whore.
I guarantee you, once you tell one of your friends that, they're going to be like, I'm about to fucking mac on Barb so hard.
Yeah, but I think it's the she can't have you without money thing that's like causing this situation to exist. Like not just a simple, like she'll pay anybody for sex. Like she wants this guy, has wanted him for a while. He opened up a little door.
Right.
And then now she wants to keep getting that. So
right.
I don't think anybody could just walk in and be like, I'll fuck you for $1,000. I don't think that would work.
Oh, no, I'd be sitting down. I'd joke with Barb. I'd talk with Barb. I'd ask her about her day and shit like that. And oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then you're acting like you're interested.
Oh, no,
so
she
be
felt
less
seen.
Likely.
No, she'd feel seen. No. There's a difference between, talking to somebody, listening to them without putting off any kind of interest.
Yeah, I feel like it now in this situation, he's probably like the one and done prostitute other than actual prostitutes that I doubt she'll just take on a random stranger. All right.
I believe in myself. What's the address?
Now I think I'm just going to have to pretend I got drunk and hooked up with her for fun. This is the heaviest guilt and most insecure secret I've ever held. I'm actually a piece of shit and I hate myself. I really fucked up. If I just drank less and didn't gamble, I would have never got myself into this mess. But this is what my life's become. Too long didn't read. We're not going to read it.
Too long didn't read, not going to read it because we read it.
Yep. All right. Update. Well, you guys have made me feel better about the whoring myself out aspect. I've known for a long time that I'm an alcoholic. The gambling problem is much more recent and infinitely more destructive. Thank you all for your perspectives. Edit. First off, Barb is in her mid-60s. I didn't want to say her age in the post, but damn, some of you guys are roasting me for calling her old.
Here's the thing, though. Barb understands that she is older. She understands that you were young. She's going to understand that a young guy is not going to want to have sex with an older woman. Mid-60s, we're old, okay? Barb says, I want this. I will pay for it. He says, I will do it if I am paid for it. Don't feel bad, dog.
No.
Don't feel bad.
Nobody's
like she wants it. She's going to pay for it. She's happy doing that. Fucking do it.
Well, yeah, and you're single. You don't have kids. Like, really, there's nobody in your life that can look down upon you for this.
If you got kids, I'm thinking about my kids right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about my kids' future.
You know, Dad was a hooker back in the day, right?
Fuck. You know, I
Got you those presents you
right. He paid for. I don't have $100,000 in school debt, so I'm happy.
Thank Barb.
That's right. You thank Barb.
I just go by her house and fix some stuff. Sometimes that's her vagina needs a little fixing to,
Right. Imagine you just tell him, yeah, I work at Barb's. I go over to your house and fix Christmas lights. And then the kid's just like he's in school and they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to fix Christmas lights. Why? Because my dad, he goes to this old lady's house and he always fixes her Christmas lights. She has them up all year and she'll pay him $5,000 every time he does it. The teacher's just like,
who's telling their kid they make $5,000 for fixing
oh,
Christmas
man.
lights?
I don't know. Probably the same guy that gambles and drinks at 31. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, I would have kept that situation. Like, yeah, it kind of makes things awkward, but you should just start drinking at a different bar. Don't go to the bar where Barb's at. And then if you want to go to the one where Barb's at, just be comfortable.
Right,
with
that's
the
right.
fact
You gotta deprive her of your presence so she wants it more anyways.
Well, yeah, and if you want to not be embarrassed because you're hooking, just don't go back to the place where you're. What do you call? I guess you call a John a Barb in this situation.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't go to the place where your Barbs hang out, and you go ahead and service that pussy like it wants to be serviced.
That's right. For that month. Oh man, I'm putting in overtime. Like,
you just think of the cost that pussy has put in your life versus the investment level that he's getting.
Right. He's like, wait, you're getting paid to do it? Like every single guy's is like, yeah, that's my dream. That's the dream. And not on camera. Like, look,
yeah.
I hate when a guy's like, oh, I'd love to be a part. I wouldn't.
No.
Like, I don't want somebody fucking zooming in on my asshole while I'm trying to make love. Like, that's not a fun time. That's a job.
All right.
It'd probably be a little bit of a fun time, but still, it'd be a job.
So, I'll start back at this edit. First off, Barb is in her mid-60s. I didn't want to say her age in the post, but damn, some of you guys are roasting me for calling her old. Second, I've only had sex with 6 women, 3 of which I was dating. I'm rather exclusive, and it's something I'm proud of, or at least I used to be. That's the correct end to that right there. Notable comments from Two Head Wolf. The fuck up here is the gambling addiction. The sugar mama is just a lucrative side hustle.
Fuck yes. Stop gambling, dude.
Sparse Ghost C2C says, becoming Barb's personal gigolo seems more like a symptom of the addictions than the actual fuck up here. OP, you should probably take a good hard look at how you're living. My dude is writing the Epic of Gilgamesh here, up in here. The fucking Odyssey. Horror and Peace. I'm out of book puns.
All the book puns suck, though.
Yeah. Art of Horror.
Yeah. That one's pretty good. I like that one.
The Handmaid's Tale.
That one's pretty good.
19, 84. Citizens Kane.
There you go.
How
many did they put on here?
There's a bunch.
God damn.
I think we're done. All right. So there's an update from January 18th, 2026. So that's just over a year later. Across 2 years, but
it was December 4th, 2024, the first one, right?
Yeah. Nice.
Look, I remember this story. No, it's because I'm like, fuck, I wish this was me.
All right. About a year ago, I made a brief post about how I began performing sexual favors for money while suffering from alcoholism and gambling addiction. Many of you seem to enjoy my story, and some of your comments changed the way I approached and felt about my situation. Therefore, I thought an update would be appropriate, though it's quite a late update. I didn't see or hear from Barb for about a month after our awkward run-in at the bar, which incidentally spawned the original post in the first place. I started imagining that she was paying someone else for sex. Turns out she was visiting her brother in Arizona for a few weeks. Yeah, it was right before Christmas, bro.
Yeah, right. It's just on holiday.
During the time I hadn't heard from or seen Barb, I did not bring up anything to my friends who witnessed our previous bar interaction. When I made the original post, my biggest concern was how my friends would react to my ... situation with Barb. In all actuality, nobody brought it up to me, and I certainly didn't bring it up to them either. I think they had their suspicions, but nobody treated me differently, and it was easier for me to cope with the scope of the situation. Barb hit me up one night, January of last year, explained where she had been, and asked if I could help her take down her Christmas lights. I came over, and to my surprise, she actually just wanted her Christmas lights taken down. I explained my actions for running away at the bar, and she said that after I left, she told my friends that she was joking and that she felt bad for making me uncomfortable. Apparently, they thought I was being a spaz. I asked Barb to keep things on the DL in public, but she told me that she didn't want to move forward with our previous agreement.
Yeah, you fucked it up. Look at you. Just fucking ruining a good job.
She said she got too caught up in the heat and pleasure and ended up doing things she now feels uneasy about. She said we could still hook up for fun, but she didn't want to continue paying for sex. It made her feel filthy. Well, sometimes that's a good thing.
Right, you're my filthy girl, aren't you? And then she'd be like, fuck, I'm back on it, and I'm back on it. Here's $1,000, $5,000, however much you need. Exactly. That's going to be my immediate response because I'm getting back in it. I don't give a fuck.
You are a filthy girl.
Yeah, I'm fucking doing everything. I'm taking off my shirt, taking down them lights. Oh, fuck, you know?
You sure you don't want just maybe like a little back rub or something?
Right, god damn. You done ruined it. Fucking just imagine having a good thing and just like, nah.
Well, see, I think that's where, like, you know, in that scenario, you could play it where it's just, you know, two adults having sex and one of them.
You're 31. Who cares what your friends think at this point? Like, Jesus Christ, you're not in high school. And obviously they're friends with an alcoholic gambler. They're probably not doing well themselves. What the fuck is going on here? I'm in Twilight. Like, he ruined it. Yeah. You ruined it. You fucking, like, she's like apologizing to your friends and like making things up for you. And then she sits there and thinks about it. That's what you don't want her to do. You don't want her to sit there and think about it.
He was just sitting there singing, I'll keep you my dirty little secret.
Fuck.
All right.
I bet he still gambles.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll find out. It made her feel filthy. I didn't have any interest in a friends with benefits situation because I'm not attracted to her, but I didn't tell her that. I expressed to her that I'm willing to remain friends, but that I'm only interested in sex with girls I'm pursuing for a relationship. I told her that I've only recently found out that I apparently make an exception for money. I also added if she changes her mind and if I'm single, I'd be down to do it again. This, in particular, was a response I made to Barb thanks to some of the opinions I read in the comments of my previous post. Some of you encouraged me to get that bag. Yeah, and then you fucked it up.
Yeah, you fucked it up. You should have known from the get-go, you fucking dork. You're 31 years old, dude. You're a fucking...
And what would have been the worst is if you would have just sat there and just acted like everything was normal. Nothing would have came of it at all.
Nothing would have came of it. You'd still be doing it to this day. To this day. Like, she was like, hey, I understand. You're not attracted to me. We're going to pay. But then you made her feel fucking bad about it. Like, you made her feel like she was old and weird. And look, it might be weird to some people. If you're getting paid $5,000 for an hour and a half of your time.
Get it. All right. At the time, I had been participating in a mostly dry January with some friends, so I was clear-headed and separated from gambling opportunities. It was nice. I also made a major career shift, which resulted in less pay, but now I only work one job and work-related stress is practically non-existent. I still drink a lot, but socially. I still gamble, but much less frequently and at a lower amounts. Barb hit me up once in February and once in March for my services. Now we see each other at the bar every once in a while. We smile at each other, we talk, and we laugh. But I think we're both past that part of our lives. Things have been going truly well for me, and at the age of 33, I feel very positive. I'm not exactly where I want to be or where I could have been had I made
this is manic setting in
better choices the past few years. But I am happy with who I am, how I treat others, and where my future is heading. Too long didn't read. I no longer make thousands by having sex with an older woman, but I'm happy and leading a healthier life.
That's because it's your fault. Well, that was manic. I was just like, I don't make as much money, but yeah, I'm happy. I mean, I drink, but not as much. Okay, because that's what addicts do. They just slow down. They're like, I'm not going to drink so much. After he's like gambling all his money away, he has a problem with it. He's like, well, I don't gamble as much now. Addicts, they have to stay away from it completely, or they're doing it just as hard as they've ever done it. They never just slow down.
I mean, there are different levels of control,
I guess.
I mean, if you're a full on like can't touch it addict, yeah. But there are people that overcome it and become somewhat able to stay with. But all it takes is one time of going off the rails, and then you're fully off the rails again. So
I know. I know. But I can't. Dumbass.
Yeah.
Like just a
fucked up
dumbass,
good
man.
thing.
If you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but if there is an old woman who is lonely, who just wants some dick, dude, and she understands, so I'm gonna pay you for it. She understands what the fucking, she's old. She understands what the game is. Do it. Do it. If you are single, what's stopping you? Honestly, I guarantee you, I'm sorry. If you had a wife and you went up to your wife and you was like, hey, there's this old lady, she's like 65 years old. She's like, how much? How much is she offering you? $5,000 to do it. We got bills. We got kids. Like, and it's like, I don't want to do it. I'm sorry. I thought I married a man. I thought you said you could get it up and keep it up. You can't keep it up for I see what you are now. How long is it going to be until you can't get it up? And then you'd be there doing it.
See, I think a bad enough drinking binge for him, he would have fucked Barb anyway. So.
Right. Yeah. He just would have done it for free.
Yeah. So you're in a point where you're like, no, she's not attractive enough. Like if you were drunk enough, you probably would have nailed her anyway. So she's willing to offer you $1,500, $5,000, like all these things. Like the fact that she kissed you on the cheek, like, whoa.
Bro made like $7,000 in 4 days.
I would have made fucking like 50 in that week.
Fuck yes, I would have.
I would have just been working.
She would have described it as a whirlwind.
Yes.
Like she would have described it like gamblers. Like how did I spend $50,000?
I would put like an exponential like curve on like, okay, so the first orgasm's 100. The second one's 2. The next one's 4. Are you willing to accept this challenge?
Yeah, right.
Like, and
we have 1 week. Yeah, we have 1 week.
Well, no, I'm talking one experience. Like, let's go ahead and fucking click those buttons and make it go again and again and again.
'Cause she's attracted to you, so she's already like horny regardless.
Yeah, and so you end up walking away with, $10,000 at the end of one session.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy, as the kids say, drop the bag. Drop the bag. Fuck that guy. I guarantee you to this day he's drinking, gambling, and just like, oh, my life's
what it once was.
Yeah, because my friends, they would have giggled at me. Fucking dork, you're 31 years old. They're probably, if you just met these guys, they're not gonna be your friends in 2 years. Jesus Christ, you're gonna get into a bar fight with them or some shit, and then they're not gonna talk to you anymore. Fuck this guy. I love you guys. Y'all have a good day.
Later.